Yo, what is good, everybody? It is ya boy, Golden Falls, Golden What Ifs, whatever you want to call me, and I am back. This is What If Deku had a Venom Quirk, the finale, and if you enjoy, please show some love, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff. And before I forget, in the link in the description, I do have a Discord and some other stuff down there in the description, so if you want to go check it out, feel free, stop on by, maybe try to chat with some people, leave suggestions for what if ideas, because I have that as well. And yeah, we have a bunch of stuff that you can kind of put into the chats. You can put in kind of self promo, or you can put in like what if ideas you would like to see me do, Discord suggestions, and like anime content idea suggestions in general, stuff like that. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. So let's get into the finale. Let's get it. Izuku Midoriya has grown and built an army of creatures that would do his bidding as he wishes. And from now on, it seems as if the villains now are taking him very, very seriously. But an event that would change everything in the course of Japan would be on its way to begin, because Izuku would watch as the two titans, All For One and All Might, would stand across from each other, ready to throw down and ready to fight. Now the fight is spectacular. All Might and All For One go at it, and frankly, it seems that All For One has a bit of an advantage, and it seems like All For One is going to pull off, well, what he's been trying to do basically this entire time, and that's get rid of the One For All legacy permanently. And it seems as if he's about to do that with one final blow. But All Might puts all his power, all his faith, and all his strength into one last punch. One last United States of Smash. One blow to the head knocks out completely cold All For One, and he lays there on the ground unable to move. All Might, on the other hand, stands there, and he stands there looking at All For One in his small might form, but then he would grow in size one last time and points at the camera, and he says, "You are next." And as he does this, well, the camera would pan to a sound rumbling nearby, and somebody begins to walk out while clapping his hands. Izuku Midoriya shows up on the battlefield, clapping and saying that it was a spectacular fight. A fight that many will remember in the back of their brains. But this fight was not the end game. This fight was truly not the ending that they really wanted to happen. Because with both of them with no power, someone else is going to have to step in and cover the void. And Izuku, well, he makes it very clear that that somebody is him. That somebody, his name is Izuku Midoriya, and, well, Venom will take over the rest. As he transforms, Izuku would monologue, telling everybody, and basically tell everybody there and in Japan, that this is the end of a hero society at its peak. All Might was a beautiful thing. All Might saved, protected, and even drastically dropped the crime rate. The fear and maybe the presence of All Might himself did wonders. But why would he limit crime rates when you could just get rid of it entirely? Izuku would tell All Might that he's had one hell of a run, and he'll continue to have one hell of a run, just with the help of Venom. As his body would stretch out, and as Izuku's Venom and also symbiote would spread toward All For One and All Might would try to fight his way out of it, trying to stop Izuku, but he has no power left. Nothing in the reserves, nothing left over for him to fight through the power that is being portrayed. Other people would begin to arrive, But as other heroes converge, people like Mount Lady, people like Endeavor, and people like Best Genius, many other heroes, high-level heroes arrive, people like Mirako, it seems as if they're too late. Because All Might is absorbed by the symbiote, and so is All for One. And it seems as if Izuku Midoriya has Nomus, countless numbers of them, ready to combat the heroes that are arriving. Because not too far away from here was a facility pumping out Nomu after Nomu, in which Izuku has now taken over and has now basically led the forefront of it all. Izuku Midoriya has control over some of the most powerful creatures on the planet, and he seems to be leading the forefront as the most powerful being, not only in Japan, but maybe even in the entire world. Izuku has all of these creatures follow along and help him in exactly what he wants to get done. He would take over Japan, but there would still be one more thing hiding, one more thing underneath the kind of rubble that Izuku is creating, and that is the Shihazaikai. Everybody else, everybody in plain sight is removed from the equation. We're talking every villain that ever kind of came across Izuku, every villain group that existed that wasn't in hiding. I mean, even the Meta Liberation Front, well, let's just say they have been taken over as well. Now, following along with Izuku Midoriya's plan, his plan to take over Japan. So, when they come knocking, when they walk over, and the Shihazaikai is all that's left, well, their final gambit is to try and erase Izuku's quirk from existence. Whatever they have to do, no matter how sacrificing or how much sacrifice is needed, Overhaul would watch as every comrade is slain, cut down, and destroyed. But eventually, it's just him alone. And he has a hostage. He has a little girl by the name of Eri, threatening that he will take her away, basically get rid of her, if he doesn't stop right now, if he doesn't fork over any power or responsibility that he has at the moment, that he needs to stop at once. Izuku would think this would be hilarious, saying that why does he think that this type of leverage would even work? That this little ploy would work in any realm of imagination. Nothing like this would work. Not a single thing would happen in a way he believes it would happen. But Overhaul tells him that, well, all he was doing was stalling. And as much as the big lady is not going to like the way he stalled, he did what he had to do. In which Izuku looks at him weirdly. The big lady? Who the hell are you even? And as he's talking, and as he's about to finish his sentence, a fist would come across Izuku's face, sending him spiraling toward a building, slamming into the building. And as he gets up, using Venom and cloaking his entire body now, he sees who they were talking about. Somebody floating in the air by the name of Star and Stripe, with jets and all the above showing and appearing. And it seems as if there's one final type of gambit that they have. And it seems like Star and Stripe and also the United States also recovered a being, a creature that is beyond proportions. And it seems as if they have full control over him over a small course of time by the name of Gigantomachia. Star and Stripe, Gigantomachia, and Overhaul are the last chance for Japan to actually not fall under the complete and utter spell of Izuku Midoriya, the control of Venom. But here's the issue, the massive issue. Star and Stripe is ready to throw every moral she has out the window, trying to actually have a world order on Izuku to end his own life. But the issue is that just like Shigaraki from a different dimension, different universe, this person, Izuku, he's no longer himself. He's no longer the person that many once knew. Izuku Midoriya is now them, is now Venom, is now together, and is now one. Everything is in very odd perspective, because even with the help of Gigantomachia, with a controlled Gigantomachia, with Star and Stripe, one of the most powerful heroes on the planet, with help from the US military, with Overhaul and whatever he has left in his army, and with Quirk erasing capabilities, well, it's all just futile. Izuku would begin to overrun Overhaul, would begin to tamper with Gigantomachia with a version of All for One that is completely under the control of Izuku Midoriya. And then when it comes to Star and Stripe, where she faces off with the one person that she looks up to, a Venomized All Might. An All Might that would clash with her and go head to head, and there's nothing that she could do about it. All she could do is try to win, try to be strong. And Izuku would slowly but surely, well, he would whittle them down, slow them down, restrict them, and there's nothing they could possibly do. And eventually, this entire place, this entire country would be overrun by him, by Venom, and would have complete control over it all. And Izuku could feel his power, could feel every single thing. Yes, in Japan, there may be people hiding. There may be people under the rubble hiding. Maybe there's some around looking and scampering and trying to survive, calling themselves a survival rebel group, but none of it matters. But a lot of the other countries, a lot of the other parts of the world, all they can think about is keeping him away, keeping him restricted to Japan. But it seems as if that will eventually not be an option, and eventually they will all have to come together to stop him, to stop Izuku Midoriya, to stop Venom, and every other hero, villain that ever existed in Japan, because he's taken them all over. He's controlling them all, and now all of them are one. All of them are Venom. And Izuku Midoriya would begin his siege on the rest of the world. But it seems as if the rest of the world, well, they have either one or two choices. Stand and fight and hope that they can somehow take him down, gambling with any weakness that they come up with, gambling with any restriction and any positive they possibly can, or they can stand there and over the course of years fall victim to the power of Izuku Midoriya. But for now, that is the end of this What If. The end of What If Deku had a Venom Quirk. And I know this was a little shorter than normal. Actually, probably quite a bit shorter. But I know a lot of you wanted a villain What If. This is kind of just the way I wanted to approach it, the way I kind of want to do it. Now, I will say, I'm glad to hear that you guys want to see more villain Dekus, because that's definitely going to happen. I want to do more villain Dekus. I want to do more stuff that has a little bit more creativity. Way back when, I used to do that quite a bit, where I would either go villain Deku, or I would even go like kind of a version of Deku that would end in a specific way, or something would happen, stuff like that. That's way back when, something that I don't know if I could really go back that far and remember everything that I did. But yeah, so we'll be having different types of what ifs coming very soon. I know this last part was a little bit shorter. I apologize for that. But we will be working very soon for some more content coming to you very, very quickly, hopefully. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment down below, all that good stuff. And yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing day. Later.